you're doing it anyway. Did you start it?
Yeah. Yeah, we good. We should be up, right?
What's good, people? It's Thursday. You know what that means. Hotep's been told you. I am Uncle Hotep. We have Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's good, man? Wild week, as we knew was gonna happen since they got to Epstein. A lot of stories to cover this week. It's been very, very exciting. How you been?
I've been all right, man. You know, the last, you're right. The last couple of days between John Wick, the bull in Philly, and Epstein, it's been a wild couple of days, man. But I'm ready to get to it. I've been waiting all week. I was like, man, I got to get some stuff on my chest. The streets need another episode of Hotep's Been Told You. So here we go.
Yeah. So we got a special guest this week, a very, very special guest, and Olivia Rondeau. She's been doing some great work out here in the conservative movement. She's been very real, very authentic. And I think, is honest work that I personally get behind. I'm really particular about who I'm around and who I associate with. But she's been such a stellar human being that I kind of I can't really question her. So without further ado, I want to introduce our special guest today, Olivia Rondeau. How you doing, baby girl?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on Hotep's Been Told You.
It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure, man. So tell us about you. You do some journalism, right?
I'm having a hard time hearing you guys.
I said you do some journalism work, right?
Yeah, I just started writing for this publication called Porter Medium, where I'm a conservative opinion columnist person type thing. And then I do my independent journalism with YouTube, and I go to different events and I kind of film what's going on down there.
That's dope. I seen you doing something with you were following Antifa around. I saw you follow Proud Boys around a little bit.
Yeah.
That's dope. Tell us about that experience. What's that like, hanging with the Proud Boys? Are they really racist?
It was a little bit intimidating at first because, all the background knowledge I basically had on them was that they were like, white nationalists or white supremacists and whatnot. But when I met them, they were actually really chill. They almost kind of struck me as just like hippies, to be honest. They were like really chill. It was weird. But yeah, they're definitely not a racist organization, I don't think.
And Antifa, what's your take on Antifa? I know you saw Antifa live. What are they like? Are they as evil as the right makes them seem?
I don't think they were very tough. Like, I think people tend to be afraid of them. And they're really wimpy and stuff like that, but they were very aggressive. So they're definitely like not good people, in my opinion, or at least the people that I saw from them.
Interesting.
Hey, Olivia, you mentioned they were wimpy and stuff like that, and I go on your Twitter page, and you are a 6-time All-American wrestler. So I guess you're pretty athletic, and you know something about the martial arts or the physical arts. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I've been doing martial arts basically my whole life. So I'm a black belt in Taekwondo, a blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu, a yellow belt in Krav Maga, and like my most recent sport is wrestling. And so that's what I've been doing for like the last 4 years or so. I feel like if an Antifa member came at me, I would be able to handle myself. But they like to go against people in groups, so I don't know.
I believe you can hold your own against Antifa. I definitely can see
that. It'll be viral.
So you could probably watch Antifa all by herself. I know if I go to a Trump rally and they start wilding out, I'm standing next to you. know what I'm saying? It's about to go down. It's gonna be me and Olivia back to back, looking like what's that new movie that came out with The Rock?
I don't know.
With
Oh, him and that spinoff from Fast and the Furious. Chat. What was the name of that movie? That movie?
Something in Shaw. I saw it too.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I still can't. Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, that shit was trash.
So Olivia, I posted your YouTube channel on the chat. I seen the video. You had 100,000 views of of the cleanup. Tell us how you got involved with that. I believe, I guess you're around that area, so I guess you just hopped right over there. But how did you get involved with that?
Yeah. So basically, I saw Trump's tweets like everybody else, and I saw Elijah Cummings' response, and I saw a lot of these Democrats' response. It was basically just like very angry and accusing him of racism and stuff because he said that Baltimore had a rat infestation, and everybody just went from like rats to black people. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. But so I saw that, and then I gave my little opinion on it, and then Scott Pressler, who is that like I guess like a Trump activist, Republican activist guy. He organized a Baltimore Clean-Up, and so naturally I was like, well, this is a great opportunity to kind of put boots to the pavement and prove that Trump supporters legitimately care about Baltimore, and so that's kind of how that happened.
How was the reaction from the people in the neighborhood? What was that like? They were positive, negative? Was there a mix of it?
You cut out. I'm sorry.
No, I said, how is the reaction from the locals? Were they positive? Were they negative? How did they treat you guys? Or how was the interaction
most of them were positive. Most of them were very positive. A lot of people came out to help us, even like teenagers and stuff that like from the neighborhood said that was really cool. But there were a few people that you could tell were angry that we were there. Like the Baltimore Sun came out and they were very angry that we were there. A publication called the Real News Network, which is really ironic because they were really fake, but they interviewed me and then they cut my interview out of the final video and then they called us fascists, I think, or like right-wing extremists.
Wow.
But like it was a huge. I was trying to represent the people because the people liked it. It was the media that really hated it.
So the media came and hated on the event, but the people that were actually there, the people that were being impacted, were positive. Wow.
The media was like really mad.
That just, it's very telling of the times that we are in now and times we have been through. But absolutely, the media seems to always just want to draw a negative light to things, especially when there's nothing good, but nothing but positive to say. That's crazy, man. They called y'all fascists.
Yeah.
So wow. Olivia, you really had a first-hand encounter with fake news. So you were out there doing something, and the media misreported what you guys were trying to accomplish.
They basically just like, I don't know. I feel like some people just like profit more on the suffering and plight of their own communities rather than to say something positive about people that are helping them. Like it wasn't like a Trump rally or anything. Like there was people with like Trump hats and stuff there, but we weren't out saying like make America great again, blah blah blah. It was very just like Americana, patriotic, white folks and black folks coming together to clean up the neighborhood. Like it really wasn't that political, but the media made it something into it wasn't, which is really unfortunate. But it's kind of goes to show, I think people should like support more like independent journalists rather than these corporations who always have like an.
Oh, I think that last part cut out, but I'm saying I just want to say thank you for doing all that. The pictures that came out from the alley, the before and after was crazy. Is it like from what your experience down there was like? Is it as I wanted to say rat infested, but is it as bad as it seemed out there?
Yeah. There I did see rats. There's a lot of rat like feces. There were just piles of garbage. I saw needles. I saw prescription drug like containers, like the orange containers. Just really disgusting stuff. Yeah, really gross stuff. Like I had to wear gloves and I was picking stuff up with like those long like sticks and things like that. Like it was really gross. There was a whole toilet that I found sitting out there. Like it was really gross.
They weren't
Damn.
using it, were they?
It's not nice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Baltimore is literally shitty. God damn. I seen somebody call violence upon y'all twice. I seen some cats say, "Oh, these people are down there. We should run down on them, or they shouldn't feel safe." You know,
Yeah.
all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? I think I think it's disgusting that people do that. I think it's disgusting that the media comes and brings negative light. But one thing I love about you is that you're one of those people that like, it just kind of, that type of stuff falls off you like a duck on water. You know, you're like, whatever, fuck you. I'll body slam your ass if you got a problem, though.
Period. Period.
Period. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need, man. That's what we need. A lot of brave people like you, man. So I just want to say thank you just for being brave and doing that. I said before, when I saw the situation and the conservatives were coming down and it seemed like they just wanted to take away from the situation, and you're one of the few people that gave back. So I think that's dope, man.
Yeah, I'm not one of those conservatives that is just gonna be like, well, black on black crime. Like I'm one of those people that's just gonna like try to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think there's a difference. There's a difference between different types of conservatives. And there are people that are trying to bridge the gap. And I feel like I try to do it. I can only do so much, but I do try to lead by example.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, you know how I get down on these black conservatives. Be sick.
Yo, you're kind of harsh on black conservatives, man.
Just a little.
Oh man, it's a new conscious movement. Are you familiar with the homegirl that does the conscious black
Felicia?
conservative movement? I think you're
Felicia. That's like my mom. That's like my mom. Like that's my girl. I love Felicia.
Word. Oh, because you're participating in that panel, right? The panel that Alicia has, you're participating in that, right?
Yeah, she wanted me to do her like virtual summit or something like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that.
Yeah. She reached out to me. I told her as long as it wasn't certain names on that list, I'll do it. You know, I can't be having Hotep Jesus on the same panel as some of these suckers. But you had some things to say in this Epstein thing, right? And we're going to be talking about some topics after you get off. But I know you had some things about this Epstein thing you wanted to get off your chest, right?
Yeah. I originally was gonna make this like super long video about like the Clintons and the Clinton Foundation, like the Clinton body count and all that kind of stuff. And that was gonna go up. And then the Epstein thing happened. So now I have to postpone it and add some stuff because it's too many coincidences. There's just like some things that just don't happen. And when you look at how the camera malfunctioned, the guard was off duty, they removed the cellmate, nobody saw it happen, they heard screaming coming from his cell. That's not a coincidence. That's just not a coincidence.
So what do you think happened? If you had to, I don't want to put you in the conspiracy theorist chair or anything like that, but if you had to take a guess or let your mind wander, what do you think happened? What do you think really happened?
Well, the autopsy came out today and said that his neck was broken, like he had bones in his neck that was broken. So if that is his body, which I'm not 100% sure that is, if that is his body, then that's some foul play right there, because nobody's neck gets broken like that if they just hang themselves with a paper sheet, okay? But I'm not saying that necessarily is his body, because like, see what happens, I guess.
Huh?
Part of me thinks that he's like on a beach in Cuba right now, so we're just gonna see what happens.
Yeah. You see why I like this girl? She be thinking. She be thinking.
Olivia, what do you think
That's
about
how
Trump's first 3 years? What do you think about his first term?
I've been a little bit in general because I think that we need to be stronger on immigration, and I understand that he's doing his whole ICE raid thing, but we still haven't passed the level of deportations that Obama had, which I think is pretty sad. So I feel like if we had a president that could deport more illegal immigrants than Obama, that would be great for me. But I mean, the economy is booming. We're not socialist. Well, we're not completely socialist yet. I think we're a little bit socialist right now. Hotep can attest. But I don't know. I support Trump because there's nobody else to support. I want somebody who is more of a nationalist and more of a constitutionalist. But all these Republicans really piss me off because none of them are like that. So.
That's a black conservative, Hotep Jesus. That's a black conservative for you. All that slander you got for the black conservative.
Yeah, I need him to be just like this. We would get a lot further if they was all just like Olivia, man. We get a lot further. We can have some peace. We can make some progress in America. If you could. If you could give Donald Trump one piece of advice, what would it be?
I would say take that energy from Twitter and put it into legislation. That's what I would say.
And put it into legislation? What kind of legislation you want to see passed?
I want to see, like, I'm a libertarian, I'm a constitutionalist, but also I hate communism. And I think I just want it out. I want it out. So if Trump has to write some like type of executive orders or something, like I want the wall built. I don't think that we should like make the immigration process a lot like more secure. And then just I don't know, stomp out any type of socialism wherever you see it. Like we were talking about like Social Security the other day. Yeah. And I don't think that you should have to like. I think you should be able to basically opt out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of like weird like socialist things in America that people don't even think is socialist. But when it fails, then people call it capitalism. So when you go in the hood and like you have like your socialized schools and you have your free socialized healthcare, and they're like, oh my God, capitalism is failing. It's the white man, but it's like actually socialism. So like. If he could go in and like actually fix the economy on like a smaller scale and roll back some of these socialist policies, I think that would be great. The job creation is great, but I think we're being taxed way too high.
Way too high. Way too high. I agree.
Olivia, quick question. Now now people your age, why is it that it seems like there's less and less conservatives like your age? I mean, there's people that come out, right? But is there a reason why less and less people are more leaning towards like this? They seem like your generation is a little bit more accepting of socialism than others have
been. Because we like how free college sounds. That's basically it. Like, we love. I'm a student. Like obviously I don't want to pay any debt, but also I signed the contract. You know what I'm saying? And I have skill sets that colleges want. I'm on an athletic and academic scholarship, so that's how I'm getting my college paid for. Plus I have like that little bit of debt, left over. People's families save up of going. But regardless, I signed that contract, so I'm gonna, pay it without Bernie Sanders reaching in and paying it for me with my own money. So I don't know. We just like how stuff sounds. We're very idealistic people.
Yeah. That sounds accurate. They're very idealistic. They deal in idealism. You nailed that on the head, man. How many like is the conservative movement growing amongst your age group, or are you guys like having resistance, or is it
Sorry,
mostly
what?
liberal, or
Who, like this generation?
like people in your age group, people you meet in college, things like that. Like, are they even open to it? Because I see what I see on Twitter, I see what I see in the media, I see what people say, but it's different when you talk to people that are actually at college talking to people.
I
Because
find,
I know
yeah,
in
I
like in
find
the
that a
adult
lot of my
world, right?
friends, huh?
Uh-huh. No, like in the adult world, like I was
I
on a
find
plane
that
with
a
some
lot
lady.
of, yeah, I find a lot of people are misinformed, or they're informed by somebody who doesn't want to actually truly inform them. And so I have a lot of friends that went to like March for Our Lives, like the gun grabbing type of
Gun
schools.
grabbing
So
marches.
yeah, so they were endorsed by the public schools because they provided like buses, and like you could take the day off to go down and march for like gun grabbing essentially. And so when you go to school that approves of this and endorses this, that's just what you're going to think of. And when you go to these public schools, you're like, oh, I don't have to pay anything to go to public school. We should just make it like college, like cheer college for your college. But people, we're like privileged, we go to, like, I live in Montgomery County, which is like one of the best school systems in the country, but we don't understand that in Baltimore County it's like one of the worst school systems in the country, but they actually take in more money than Montgomery County. They have a much higher budget per student. So I think there's a lot of privileged kids that are misinformed, and then there's a lot of kids who are underprivileged who see what's around them and say this is capitalism when it's actually socialism, and so they want free stuff too. So like it's kind of everybody.
Mm. You ever see like sometimes I run to adults and they be like, oh, blah blah blah, they're talking shit, and then you ask me like, did you vote for Trump? They're like, yeah, I did, but they say it under their breath. Do you find anybody that is like closet conservative? You heard?
Sorry, say that again.
And I said, do you run into anybody in your age group which may be closet conservatives, like they kind of conservative in the dark?
Yeah, for sure. I know like three, but yeah, they're all like really like on the down low with it. And they didn't know I was a conservative either until like something like political would happen, and they'll ask my opinion on it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I think that was good. Then they'll be like, really? Really? Because I think the same thing, but I didn't want to make you mad. It's like usually white people who say that.
Yeah.
Because they look at me, they're like, oh, she's not conservative, so they don't want to tell me their conservative beliefs. So yeah, I usually find like there's like some white kids around me that I've been friends with, and then they find out I'm a conservative, so then they're open with it. But like in general, like it's not acceptable.
You wear your MAGA hat on campus?
Oh no. No, I'm not that bold. Like I'm bold online, like I talk shit on Twitter, but I'm not an instigator. I can't go up to Starbucks and be like, pay my reparations now. Like that's not me.
That shot out. She said, "Nah, I ain't wearing that MAGA hat on campus."
No, sir. Maybe later. I don't know.
What school you go to? I don't want to put your business out there, but can you say?
Oh, there you go, man.
What am I doxed it, didn't I? I doxed it,
Honestly,
didn't I?
it's probably already out there. I think it would be pretty easy to find.
No, don't say it.
So if you're trying to,
they
huh?
watching right now. I'm telling you, they own us like a hawk.
Hey, Olivia, you ever run into D-Ray down in Maryland? What would you do if you see D-Ray in his blue vest?
Guys, don't dox me, but I'm going to East Stroudsburg University in Pennsylvania. But don't dox me.
Oh, all right. But that's PA. PA probably cool. They probably like,
yeah, you be all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you. When I went to orientation over the summer, it was so weird because the entire student government is like black, and then they were doing their little introductions, like, "Oh, welcome freshmen," blah blah blah, and they had this little skit that was like, "We accept everyone, no matter if they're different or whatever." And then like the student government president came out. He was like this African guy, and he was like, I believe homosexuality is a sin. That's okay. I'm a black conservative, blah, blah, blah. And then everybody was like cheering for him. So honestly, it might be like a Hotep school. The student government was Hoteps, I swear.
Let's go. We out here. I knew it. I knew it. That's what's up.
That's the Pirates, right? The Pirates? ESU Pirates? Is that what it is?
As Warriors.
Warriors, okay.
Yeah.
That's where I'm gonna send my kids. Sounds like a good school.
I swear they were Hoteps. Like they were all like, I'm a Christian. You can't judge me for that. I'm a black conservative. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But now I need to find out. I need to find out which type of black conservative they are, though, because if they're the type of kind that's like Democrats are the real racists, get off the Democratic plantation. That's not my type of black conservative. You know what I'm saying?
Not the Candace Owen kinds of black. Is that what you're saying?
Hold on. I didn't say that.
Look at Unc trying to instigate.
You want to get me banned from Turning Point US? Actually, I am banned from Turning. I'm already banned from Turning Point USA, but that's another conversation. I don't want to get further banned.
Breaking news. Olivia is banned from TPUSA. She's on the sideline with Hotep Jesus. Olivia, would you like to expound upon what happened with you and TPUSA?
I'll tell you later. I'll DM you. But it was like, honestly, okay. It was so crazy. You know who Will Summer is? Will Summer contacted me about it and tried to get me to do a hit piece on Candace. And honestly, I don't have any beef with Candace. It's Turning Point that I have an issue with. But yeah, I'll DM you later. But I can't say it here.
That's crazy.
Breaking news here. You heard it first. Olivia's banned from TPUSA. She said, "Fuck TPUSA," quote unquote.
No, wait. I still have friends that like work for Turning Point. So, but
I got some homies over there too. It's some good people that are there. Go get some of that good donor budget.
No, wait. Let me tell you though, Charlie Kirk is like actually a decent person. Like I know him. Like he's okay. He's just I think they're like the people underneath of him kind of made sure Turning Point was like self-serving, I guess. Like I'm not sure how much control Charlie has over the day-to-day operations anymore, but I don't think he does because like I don't know. He's one of the only people who's actually firing these people because a lot of people get fired. Like people get hired really quick into Turning Point and they got fired like a month later. And like I don't know. It's whack. It's whack.
She was like, look, hold up now. I got no problem with Charlie now.
Master Charlie, please. I watched too much Schilling.
Too much who? You say you watch too much what?
Trio Logic, because she always says Master Charlie.
Master Charlie. Yeah, I love Tree. Shout out to Tree. Oh man, that's funny. Classic moment right there.
Olivia, this is come to the halfway point. Do you want to? How would people in the chat reach you? How do you want people to get behind you? Where can they follow you at? Where can they read your work? Let the people know.
You heard?
Okay. Yeah, people can follow me on Twitter at Rondeau Olivia, RONDEAULIVIA. And then my YouTube channel is just my name, Olivia Rondeau. And I post on so
okay.
Swag. It was a pleasure having you on today. Great chat with you. You know what I mean? I wish you all the best. You know you got the support of the Hoteps out here. Anytime you need something, man, holler at us. Anytime you need a platform, holler at us, man. We always here, man.
Thank you. All right, I'll see you guys.
No
Bye.
doubt. All right.
All right, nice.
Shout outs to Olivia. Please follow her on Twitter and her writings. Nice for her to come on, man. Good guess, good call, Hotep Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's the homie right there, man. She's good people. Thank you, sir.
I know she's woke. Oh, shit.
Yo, she woke. She definitely woke. That's I'm very particular about who I keep around me, and you know a great litmus test is the Epstein case, right? You say, right. Where is Epstein? Now, if they don't say he got a body double, they not woke enough for the Hoteps Been Told You show.
Yeah, let's jump right into Epstein, man. Like,
let's do it.
Right. She just, she told us, that he ended up having some broken bones in his neck. You're certainly not. Now, when you hang somebody from a gallows, then you'll get some neck breaks, because of the force and your body dropping down your body weight. But if you're just hanging yourself from a bunk in a prison cell, you're not going to get a broken neck from
that. Boy, that sounds like some bullshit. Broken neck.
Then they said the COs were asleep. Both of them were asleep. They pencil whipped their checks. They didn't know nothing. They just, we woke up 3 hours later, took a 3-hour nap. How you take a 3-hour nap at work? I used to work at a jail. You know what we used to do? You sleep for an hour. I'll do the checks, right? Yeah. And then you go back and forth. You don't both go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of shit is that, man?
They both went to sleep. Well, it must have been part of the heist crew that put sleeping gas in there or something, right? Some Mission Impossible type operation went down.
Yeah, I mean,
what else? What else did they say? What else was a red flag with this situation too? Didn't the cameras malfunction?
See, I heard a couple of different stories. I don't think they have cameras in their cells. They have cameras in the hallway, but I don't think anything has been released. I'm not sure about the cameras not working. They should be able to see if somebody went in their cell or anything like that. But I don't think, this is a hit, man. Nobody believes it was a suicide. Nobody. Even normies are like, man, this is something funny with this shit, man. But you're right, man. I don't believe he's dead. I'll take that. I'm like, I don't know, man, because it doesn't make sense, man. The whole thing doesn't make sense. Like, if they could have killed him, if they wanted to kill him, they could have killed him the first time they arrested him in 2007. Why didn't they kill him then? They gave him work release off running a pedo farm. You can go to work. You just come in at night. You can leave on the weekends too. All that nut shit, man.
Hey, I ain't never heard nothing like that. I ain't heard nothing like that. You could come home. You could leave the jail and come home. What the hell? The only other person I ever seen do something at that level was Pablo Escobar. When he said, "You know what? I'm gonna build my own jail." And he was running booze and the whole operation out of his personal jail facility. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the level Epstein's on. He's like a level below Pablo. If he was in, one of them South American countries, he'd be Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
But the thing with this story is, it was a Saturday. I woke up. I didn't brush my teeth. I turned my phone on. And I saw Epstein's suicide. I turned my phone back off. I went and brushed my teeth. I said, I ain't got time for this today.
Yo, I couldn't believe it when I was like, he did what? I was like, no way.
I said, you know what? It's time to tell the family no more Walmart runs for the next 72 hours. Because that distraction coming, boy. Yeah. But I mean, the thing with the whole Epstein thing is people have to remember is this. every single report you get with details on this matter is going to be misinformation. I haven't kept that from the moment I saw it, and I just watched the timeline. I'm like, I'm not going to investigate this. I know it's bull. From the time they said it was a suicide, I know it was bull. I don't need no evidence. If you need evidence for this, to you know, you a dumbass. I'm gonna just say you's a whole dumbass. I didn't need evidence. I ain't need to hear about no guards falling asleep. I didn't hear none of that. Because Hotep's been told you, episode 59 or 58, we said he wasn't going to make it to trial. We also put forth our conspiracy theory that he would have a body double.
Them ears are different, man. I'm sorry.
Somebody said that body was Bourdain.
Yeah, he did kind of look like that.
The ear looked like Bourdain's ear. I'm not going to lie. It looked like, and you know Bourdain, you know who he is. I ain't going to say here because there's certain keywords that pop up from the machine learning. But Bourdain, R.I.P. to homie Bourdain, but it looked like his ear. So I'm like, damn, they pulled his body out the freezer and rolled it out for Epstein. I'm like, yo, they don't care. They do not respect our intelligence.
No. Yo, you see, the sister was the warden. They Barr reassigned her, man. You see that, right?
It was the sister?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
They gonna light her ass up.
Yo, the liberal always make us take the downfall, yo.
Yo, I listened to this YouTuber Church Dog 42, and he said this. He said, "Watch, Epstein's estate is going to sue the federal prison for a wrongful death, and the feds, we are going to have to pay Epstein's estate over $100 million."
Woo! I believe it.
I'm telling you, I swear. Shout out to Church Dog 42. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's just so it's.
Yeah, the lizard men are masters at turning their aggression into being a victim. They're masters at it.
So it's
saying they'll hit you.
Really messed up. He's a body double. He faked his death. He pulled some Ethan Hunt shit and then had his estate sue the government, and then he get his checks in a Swiss bank account. That's some spy shit for your ass, man.
Yeah, he got that type of power, yo. You hit that right on the head.
Yeah, man. I like. Yeah, how can you go from powerful enough to getting the easiest sentence of all time to not even a decade later? Well, a little over a decade later. Now you're food. Oh, man. He on some islands.
Yeah. So yeah, Epstein's got something else going on. It's a lot of people doing a lot of good work out there, putting out names and lists and Ghislaine and keeping the conversation going. I just like to say shout out to those people for keeping this conversation going, because I wouldn't do it. But we need that. We need soldiers like that. That's gonna keep digging and keep the conversation going, because the distractions have come out.
They definitely have, and there's a couple people running ops on the timeline for them guys.
Come on.
I'm not going to give that Joker no light, man, because he really exposed himself with this bullshit, man. It's like, come on, man.
What are you talking about? I know you're talking about. Yeah,
he might be one of them too now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. Like, damn. Shout out everybody in the chat. Shout out for the people that donated. Let me see if I scroll up, read these super chats. Steph Kennel, $60 for 60 weeks of gems. Thank you, Steph. Steph, greatest. Sulel Santana, thank you for a $19.99 donation. Drew Sample, sharing profits from working with Doe Dubes. Buy his book, Stop Being Poor, and sign up for his coaching. Support the Hoteps. Drew Sample, shout out. The Truth 303, Monica Lewinsky is a Mossad honeypot. That's why Epstein had a painting of Clinton in his blue dress. Oh, we got to talk about the blue dress. I forgot about that. It's a mission accomplished trophy, allegedly. Yo, we must have the wokest viewers.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm
telling
like,
you.
I didn't even think any of that.
He got the wokest following.
Shaquem Covington, Hillary astro projected into the cell and RKO'd. Hillary has Just Blaze. Crazy to think Epstein and Podesta's artwork is what's hanging on the walls of the people who print our money endlessly. Pedogate is real. Storm the Fed. Shout out to Just Blaze.
Pedogate is real.
No, but is over Epstein's crib. How you go over to your man's crib? Yeah, like yo, Jeffrey, I'm gonna come over, man. Yeah, come on, Bill. I got this new painting of you on my wall. He get to the crib. See the blue dress.
Yo, I got Chad. Chad sent a video over today, and this is quite disturbing.
What's up?
Was it Chad or was it not Chad? Damn. Nah, it wasn't Chad. Somebody sent me a video, and they was talking about Bill was bisexual. Who was that? Did you see that? The lady, one of the accusers was saying, damn, I can't find it. Damn. I think the Illuminati playing games, bro. But one of the accusers was saying, yo, they getting down like that. They getting down with the funny business, man.
Listen, I'm not trying to get fed to the hogs in Arkansas.
I
don't know what video you're trying to bring up here.
I probably shouldn't play that if we want to keep our show. But yeah, that's what she was saying, bro. I'm like, and then I saw the blue dress, and I'm like, yo, this kind of does tie in together. Boy, I don't know. Some freaky things going on that island.
Yeah, so we'll see. The Giselle girl, they said they've seen her in and out in California. So we'll see if anybody brings her to justice or anything, or what the FBI did. I doubt she just out here trolling.
Bill had a blue dress on with his legs out.
What up with your man Hove, man?
Hove just did a deal with the NFL. He's gonna be the buffer Negro. He got the Hove pimping the white man. He pimping the white liberal for a check. He said, "Look, I'm gonna negotiate the race relations for y'all. Let me handle the niggas. I got these niggas."
Yo, I called him the hip hop Al Sharpton, man.
The hip hop
white man smarten up. The redacted smarted up. They was like, we can't run out these Al Sharptons no more. We need some rappers. We need some athletes.
Yeah,
got
him. But Jamel Hill on his head.
Oh, I was, because listen, a lot of people were testing the waters. You know me, I respect his rap ability, but I have never been the biggest Jay-Z fan. You know what I mean? Nas has always been number one to me. It was real back in them days. So I always called him out. And it's surprising me. A lot of people was like, whoa. A lot of people have, they gravitated toward Colin Kaepernick. So when they seen this as a cross to Colin, I was surprised. A lot of people start calling Hove out. I'm like, they calling Hove out? I played, listen, I woke up today. I played Ether. No, because you listen, when Nas said, I love you like my brother, you sold your soul for riches. Nas told y'all back then.
I mean, in many ways, you can't even be mad at Hov because he got a point. Hov's smart, man. He playing chess out here, right? Because he said, Kaepernick, you sat down, but that was it. You raised awareness, but that was it. What's the next step? Where's the action? I'm like, yeah, you right. You know what I mean? Like you getting paid for the action, but you know, that just feeds the Hov's business acumen, you know. But Hov wants to be the face of SJWs. And like I said before, SJWism is the new rapper. Activist is the new rapper. These are the facts of the matter. New celebrity is activism. And Hov wants to be the face of activism. And this is, you know, he's doing those Khalid Broder and, you know, all those other Netflix specials, et cetera, covering Black struggle, you know, like we're only allowed to do.
Yeah, but it's not a good look for him. It doesn't fit. You know, I understand what he's trying to do. You know, growing your hair like you and shit. You know what I mean? First of all, bro, we listen to this man for decades be the ultra alpha male capitalist. Now he's going to switch it up to be some social justice warrior. It's not going to fly, man. And like with the thing with the NFL, we're going to do some social justice stuff, and you know, and he's going to work on some. I'm like, come on, man. You don't need the NFL to do that. And the thing is, the NFL is going to have the programs, right? And they're just going to stick Jay-Z right there. It's not like Jay-Z is saying, hey, I got these ideas. No, it's the NFL with the ideas, and they just need a front man so the Negro can follow it up. He's so stupid. He's a fucking idiot. Fuck over this bullshit. Like, come on, man. I'm like, this is what they're going to do. You know this is what they're going to do.
Yo, just went off.
It's crazy. Like I can't understand. He's like, oh, all they're gonna do is gonna give him some programs. They're gonna have their programs. They have their programs already, and they're just gonna stick his ass Rock Nation out there. No, it's good for him business wise. You know, he gets his foot further in the door in the NFL. You know, he's trying to do agents. I think he only had Victor. He had a couple NFL players. So he's going to get us further, and you know, it helps him out. But that it's not going to trickle down to the neighborhoods, to the people.
He got the Super Bowl halftime show on lock next year. It's The Rock.
He just boycotted Travis Scott last year, wasn't it? Didn't Travis Scott last year before?
Allegedly, Hope said the Travis Scott situation is because Travis was going to play second fiddle to Maroon 5. It didn't have anything to do with social justice. That's what Jemele Hill said, according to her source. And according to Jemele Hill, Hope also spoke to Kaepernick, and those conversations didn't go well.
No, Eric Reed is pissed. He was I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah, Kaepernick, you know, he pulled a DeRay. He went on Instagram. He acted like a little bitch. You know, it was 3 years ago to the day that Cap, yo. This ain't about you. It's about the people, yo.
Right.
Why are you trying to center yourself?
Yeah.
These cats always trying to center themselves as like the victim. And you wasn't no victim. You was benched when you decided to take a knee. And say like you was looking for an angle, you was looking for a lane to revive your celebrity status, and you chose activism. And then the NFL sent you a check, so shut the fuck up. Right? They got a shut up check, so shut up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's a good business move for Hov's brand. Right? This is a typical move for Hov's brand, but Hov's under some pressure. Kanye's getting people out of jail.
He got to do something right. Kardashians are gaining on their asses.
They're gaining on it. I'm telling you, they competing. It's a competition it's a couple competition. It's Ye and Kim versus Beyonce and Jay to see how they got to do each other. I'm sure it's probably friendly competition, but there's some competition. They're competitive people. And Ye winning right now because he's actually getting people out of jail. Hov is kind of just You know, oh, we got the Meek Mill documentary about Meek Mill. If the Meek Mill documentary don't talk about how a black woman kept him locked up, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, he's like, you know, the documentaries and stuff like that, you know, because I think him and Will Smith were going to do the Emmett Till one too. You know, we talked about
Yeah,
that.
like, what's up with that, yo?
I couldn't do it, man. I'm not watching it. I'm like, I can't. Like y'all's doing too much, man. You know, they're going to do it from the mother's perspective and shit like that.
I'm not feeling that, yo. I'm not feeling the whole Emmett Till black struggle. We always got to drop that movie. All that money they got between the two of them, and we getting another Emmett Till doc. Like, yo, let little man rest, yo.
I know.
Jesus
like we get a Will
Christ,
Smith
man.
documentary, like a Jay-Z documentary. I'd rather see Will Smith. You know how many good stories we could hear from Will Smith? His life story,
Right,
a success story.
right, yeah,
White man won't let him.
White man said, "Don't you tell them niggas how to be successful." Don't
Shout
you do it.
Hold on, look, we create a couple of super chats. Steph Colonel, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Jay-Z 2004. Yes, indeed. Drew Sample, preach on Hove is a paid face. Disclosure closure. Jay and Marina Abramovic cooking it up though. Remember them spirit cooking. Hove is out there looking simple. Michelle Meek, thank you for the donation. What was the next on here? Oh, your boy Fredo, your boy Cuomo snapped. Did they do that on purpose, man?
What?
Chris Cuomo, Fredo.
Oh, that was one of them distractions.
That's what I thought.
Huh?
No, I didn't say. I'm just like that was crazy. But I thought I didn't get. Why were people so uptight about it? I know it was distraction, but I'm like, he got mad. He snapped on somebody. What's the big deal? Like y'all never snapped on somebody. That's why I can't stand some conservatives sometimes, man. They act like people aren't human beings, man. I'm like, man, he was fed up with the bullshit that day, and he wanted to shoot the fire. And I wish they had let him do it because the boy took his glass off. He was ready to go, man. I was like, oh, come on, the boy's gonna get into it. I was like, oh, they cut it off.
Yeah, I ain't get it either. I saw the joint, and I was like, why is this news? Like it wasn't even all that. Nobody threw no blows. It was just like he was just annoyed. I really didn't get that at all, man. I was like, we're gonna skip off of that. Now the new slur is Fredo.
Yeah, I really didn't get conservative media going ape shit about Cuomo and Fredo. Your boy Yang, crying Yang. Carl, Yang was crying so bad. Shout out to Carl. We need you on the show. Carl jumped off the Yang bandwagon.
Yeah, Carl, he jumped ship. Smart man. Hotep's been told you, but welcome. Finally, you made it. He's off the band. He's off the bandwagon. He was on TV crying over the. First of all, I got a little bit of backlash, of course, for the statements I made because I had a couple of jokes on Yang Gang. I said he looked like he was auditioning for a Chinese kung fu flick, and his master died. Yeah, I got some backlash for it. You know what I'm saying? But
come on, man.
I mean, the thing is, it's staged, right? It's staged all the way from the question. Like the question staged. We saw that with Donna Brazil in the last debates when the DNC, when they had that. Remember, the question was predetermined. They found out they was giving the questions ahead of time. So, like the whole setup, the way the lady asked the question, brought up the kids and the shooting, and then he starts, man, he wasn't even crying. You see one tear come out his eye, man. Garbage, hot garbage. Get Yang out of here. He's disqualified.
Your girl Kamala was eating that pork chop. Listen. Yo, that was funny as hell, man. Muslims celebrate EID. Am I saying it right? EID?
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak. Pardon my Muslim now.
They ain't gonna come get your ass. You say it wrong.
It's all respect. But Kamala ain't that pork chop, she's they're in Iowa now. And that's something that the candidates do, and she had that big ass pork chop, right? I'm like, this is how bad a team Kamala has around her. The mainstream media wants her to be the candidate, and she keeps fumbling it. She fumbled when that white man took her mic. She fumbled when Tulsi Gabbard dug in her ass, and now she fumbling eating a pork it looked good as shit. Eating a pork sandwich right under you tweeting about Muslims celebrate their holiday. You're gonna eat a pork sandwich, trolling them right afterwards.
Boy, making all types of mess up moves, man. That's terrible. That's a huge mistake. That's a real dish. You eating pork chops on Eid Mubarak, and you gonna say shout out to Eid Mubarak? Man, she's a dud. Black Twitter wasn't happy about it. I saw one tweet go viral from a black woman, and she said, we're not voting for this lady, right? Can we all agree on that? And then another black woman said, nobody told her we don't eat pork no more. I said, oh, black community getting a little Hotep. Y'all don't eat pork no more? I ain't know that.
Well, the Kamala wouldn't know this because she isn't black. I tell my uncle that. I was like, he tried to jump on me. I'm like, listen, man, her mom is Indian. Come on, man. What are you talking about? Her skin might look like us, but she is not us.
Yeah, and Indians hate black people. That's my blanket statement for this episode. Indians don't like black people. How's that for a quotable?
You lying? I work with plenty of Indians, and they give me help every chance they get.
Yeah, they scared of your ass.
Oh man.
Hurry up, black man get mad. Black man. They say your arms kind of big too. There was no sauce.
No, shout out to my Indian people, man. I need to go there. I need to get me some good Indian food, man. That stuff hit the spot.
It do. I had some Indian food in Tanzania, Africa. Hit the spot, man.
Yeah.
Good Indian food. Shout out to my Indian people. I got Indian kids on my soccer team. They good peoples, man. I just wish they stopped the racism in their country, man.
Oh yeah, they taking over Kashmir right now, man. They ain't playing.
They ain't playing no games down there. China wilding out.
Yeah, man. You see that like every day, man. I wake up, man. Like I go to Agenda Free TV. I don't know if people watch that YouTube channel. He usually covers like the major events, and they was. You see that they was beating up the cop. The cop had to pull the burner out.
Pulled it out.
I'd have let it. See, they're lucky there wasn't America. The American cop would have let that fly, man.
Yes, he would have. It would have been dead victims.
But you know what? I don't know, man.
I think that revolver was rubber bullets though.
Oh, okay.
Because he let that thing go.
Oh, did he? I didn't know he fired it. I thought he just pointed it. He let it go.
Yeah, I think the police are armed with rubber bullets because they've been shooting the shit out them protesters.
Oh yeah, I think some girl lost her eye.
Yeah, they shooting the shit out the protesters with rubber bullets. Yeah.
They better chill out for them Chinese. The mainland starts sending their people down there.
Man, you see what I'm saying? The only thing that's happening is the fact that Hong Kong is like practically an island. The mainland is like a peninsula, but the rest of them are like islands. But if anybody doesn't understand what's happening in Hong Kong right now, Hong Kong is a British territory. British said, "Hey, we'll let these Chinese people go. Let my Chinese people go." They let them go from the white man's fist, and there was an agreement between white man of Britain and the white man of China, and they agreed that Hong Kong would be free of the communist regime. And I think that's supposed to end 2047. I believe is the year 2049. Somebody's got to correct me on that. But China's getting a jump on it. They say, man, we ain't waiting until 2049. You know what I mean? We coming now. We coming now. Y'all got to get down and lay down now. But this is communism. And the HK protesters, the Hong Kong protesters have said, you know, they were singing our national anthem. They had our flag up there. They said we want the Second Amendment. So a lot of people saying they don't like America. People in Hong Kong think we have things set up right here. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Shout out to my people in Hong Kong. They remind me of the Yellow Jackets in France a lot. How about I sympathize with them?
I heard on the word on the street, it's them CIA niggas that's doing this shit.
Well, I ain't gonna speak on that because I like my life.
The glowies.
But that's definitely a plausible argument.
Yeah, man, I seen a couple pictures. They got some white man talking to a bunch of protesters. I'm like, I wonder who he is.
Yo, I seen a mall out there. I was like, girl, if you don't take your ass back to South Africa. There's a white women that just white women will show up in the middle of the war and try to make peace. Like, everybody needs to talk this out. She out there in Hong Kong. We gotta love our middle-aged white women some more, man. They're the ones, they got nothing but love. But they definitely got the agents up there, you know. And don't forget that they have some Chinese plants as well. People from law enforcement have implanted themselves within the protester crowd as well.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know how you even maneuver as a Hong Kong protester when people who look like you, you know, it's different when you like Black Lives Matter. Like, all right, white man, all right, we know what the enemy look like, right? Now we just gotta worry about the DeRays of the world, right? In China, it's hard because like everybody looks like you. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. I think, what do they call that? I think there's a medical term for that. Why different cultures, like to us, they all look, a group will all look the same, but to them, I think they could tell a little bit better difference.
Yeah,
is there a term for that?
It's probably a term for that. It's like when you see a real light-skinned person and white people like can't tell if they Black or not, and you be like, nope, that's a nigga. It's like when people can't tell if King's white. Nah, he's white. He ain't Black. We could tell.
What's up with your boy Ben Shapiro, man? Why do people still follow Ben Shapiro? He telling people, yo, if you don't make enough money, you got to get 2 jobs. You messing up.
Yo, he's the worst, yo. He's like one of the worst shills out here. The fact that he has clout just goes back to the fact that money goes a long way, man. You got money.
Right. If you got backers, man, you can put
Word. What did he say? He said if you have 2 jobs, it's your fault that you went and got a second job.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with having a second job? What's wrong with having a third job? Niggas won't work. We can't all be born into the chosen people like you, man.
Yo, I swear to God, I was thinking the other day when you said that, man. I can't wait to touch that wall. I fell out laughing. I'm thinking that every day.
You can't wait to what?
Can't wait to touch that wall.
Man, listen. Certain privileges come with certain things, man.
You know what? That's one thing I never understood in conservative Twitter when I first got on here. I'm like, why y'all listen to the Ben Shapiro? He's a neocon, man. He might be all right in certain other stuff, but as soon as that thing turned to like, using, American troops, our troops to do certain things, like, he's all for that. And he's not from the class that are ever going to be go in the army or any of those armed forces, man. I'm like, and there's nothing conservative about starting these regime change wars. We're spending money hand over fist. We're still in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Bring the troops home.
Yeah. The neocons are really good because, really what you have to do is like, you have to just say at least like 50% of the things that people can agree with, right? And it's just like, oh, but he says some good things. It's like, yeah, that's how they get you to trust him, dumbass. You know what I mean? Like, they say the good things to get you to trust them, and then they try to get you to go to war for like no reason.
Then you come home with no arms and legs.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight.
Sure won't.
His little squeaky ass voice. He's got the most annoying voice. I remember when I first got into all this, someone was like, "Oh, do you like Ben Shapiro?" I was like, "All right, I know who he was." So I looked him up. I watched about 10 seconds. I was like, "Nope, I don't fuck with him."
Yeah, he got hot debating college kids.
Wow. Wow. See, he's whack.
Let me read these super chats. Fredo cannot handle his TRT therapy. He's got growth hormones. Greatness 81. Jay-Z was a paid face for the Nets too. Oh my gosh, people forget about that.
I gotta go with that Jay like that. Y'all killing Jay.
Yo, you for a Nas stand, this is Christmas.
It absolutely is.
Reaction PR. Monica or Bill wearing the dress when the DNA flew. Oh, come on. John Lemley. Indians don't care about black people. Brian Sharp.
My man John. I done corrupted our viewers.
Chad, they like to watch Shapiro arm wrestle toddlers. Yeah, I think that's what they do.
That's terrible, man. Yo, why Curt Schilling came at me today, yo?
Did he? For what?
I was like, I looked at my mentions and I saw verified. I was like, what? All right, who verified at me now? Here we go. Then I looked and said Curt Schilling. I was like, why does that name sound familiar? And I had to look him up. I'm like, oh, this dude played in the MLB in like 1898. So I was like, oh, okay. Old dude. He said something about, some comment I made about police. I was like, shut up, old man. Shut your old ass up. The problem is, people, the lesson of the day. Before you start judging people, you got to ask questions. Say, what did you mean by this? Can you extrapolate? Start the dialogue. Because the way I tweet, you better ask for more information. Because I'll throw something out there and not care if you get it or not, knowing you're going to misconstrue it, just to force you to think. But ask for, say, Hotep Jesus, what do you mean by this? Don't just hop on me. Oh my God, he said I authorized the killing of police. Don't shut your old ass up. Hotep Jesus is not about that life. We do not agree with killing the police. You know what I mean? Support your boys in blue and all good stuff. But stop snitching too. But
yo, what'd you think about the John Wick? What do you think about John Wick, the Philly Bull, yesterday?
I thought it was a convenient distraction again, another Epstein distraction, the best Epstein distraction we've seen yet. Now, black people said usually when there's an altercation, this guy came out alive. I don't know who the negotiator was, but he did a damn good job.
Shaka. Yo, listen.
Got this man.
Shaka Johnson, right? Everybody get caught dope dealing even out in the suburbs, right? That's who they run to try to get him off. Shaka Johnson, but he got it. He negotiated the boy to come out. It's a black lawyer.
Who's that?
Shaka Johnson. This brother. He's a lawyer out in Philadelphia. He's the one who did the negotiation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was wild.
I'm not familiar with the brother.
Oh no, he's an up and coming cat. That's who they run to try to get when that judge when they facing that time they call Shaka. Let me just put it simple as that. When they facing that time they call Shaka. I don't know if he's on the Jewish lawyer type time, but he's getting close to that in Philadelphia. No bullshit. Yeah. Philadelphia,
fucks with it.
Man. They out there like if there's a shootout going on, I'm leaving the block, man. I'm not bringing out Instagram. I gotta get it for the gram. I'm like, I go on Instagram because that's what Philly niggas love. Instagram. If you want to know about Philadelphia, just get on Instagram. I see video after video. These niggas out here standing outside shooting, the shots going off. I'm like, they out here bidding. I'm like, man, y'all just sick, man.
Well, black people are the new journalists. You know, sometimes when you go to war, you have people that have risked their lives for a
Technical difficulties. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. He back. You there, man? I think we Oh, you back now? Oh, I can't hear you, man. I think we might as well end it on this note. Can you hear me? Oh, man. All right, y'all. This is episode 60 in the books. We out of here. Peace.